So beautiful sitting here out in nature next to water, listening to the birds, watching the leaves move. And then I asked Divine Creator to channel something while I'm here. For me and for everyone. And so the first thing I heard is, you need to find your voice. And it's not your voice in the public anymore, because we've all been working on that, but it's your voice within you. It's like, can you find your voice between you and you? Can you speak truth towards yourself? Can you hear the voice within you that is saying something about you that you don't want to know, you don't want to come to terms with, you don't want to validate or even take a look at? So the whole concept of find your voice, speak your truth to others, that is wonderful and amazing, and continue doing that. Don't ever give that up. But before actually expressing to anyone or verbalizing the truth to the world outside of you, what seems to be truly important in this time that we're in now, if you've done this work for years, is to find your voice towards yourself. Let's see if this is going to make sense, because it's making sense with the images I'm seeing and the words I'm hearing. So, Divine Creator, give more clarity. So there's a voice you have within you, and that voice within you speaks really loudly. And a lot of times we are not willing to hear it because there's another voice inside that wants to dim that voice down, that wants to turn it off, that doesn't want to go there out of fear of being alone, being abandoned, being unlovable. But that's just between you and you. It's not even between you and someone else. It's the fear of you abandoning yourself, or that you'll have to. It's interesting. You'll have to speak to yourself and look at yourself and sit with those parts of you in a way that, like, you'll have to see the truth of you and the version of you that's speaking inside. So there could be a version of you internally. So let me make this a little bit clearer. So there could be a version in you, or many versions of you, I call them pockets of energies, inside of you that wants to be appreciated. They want to feel special. You want to feel admired. You want to feel loved. You want to feel seen. You want to feel useful. And those parts of you, they kind of give up parts of themselves to receive that from others. But you're not hearing it, that, or you're embarrassed or ashamed to admit that I want to be admired, right? But it's that voice inside that you want to give permission to speak to you. Why do you want to be admired? Why do you want to feel special? Ask yourself. Between you and you, like, the hardest thing is to actually sit with yourself and speak truth to yourself. Because there's so much shame that, oh my God, I don't want to see that aspect in me, because then it'll mean I'm not a good person, which we all like to live up to. But then if you sit with the version of you that's like, oh, I want to feel always appreciated, then ask why. Is because when I'm appreciated, maybe I'll feel valuable. I'll feel worthy. I'll feel like I matter. I feel like, just check in with yourself. Have the courage to sit with yourself and say that. It takes a very, very strong person to admit those things to themselves. You don't have to admit them to others. If you have one friend or person you truly trust that is genuinely amazing with your emotions and will hold you up at the highest degree no matter what you share with them, because they see your truth, then you can share that. But the truth is, this is between you and you. So I want to feel valuable, right? That's the seductress. That's the shadow. That's the the aspect that's like, you want to feel appreciated is so that you can feel valuable. So you can feel that you're worthy and that you matter. What an awareness. Oh my God, I want to feel valuable. So am I using the archetype of prostitute, which a friend shared with me a few days ago? I was like, oh my God, that's so interesting. I was like, my body first resisted. I'm like, ugh, archetype of a prostitute. No, that's not me. Until I understood what the archetype of a prostitute is. And the archetype of a prostitute is that you give up parts of yourself for something. You do the thing. You sacrifice aspects of who you are because in return you will feel safe. In return you will receive money. In return you will be loved. In return, and these are moments, and you only receive them in return. So it's like, once you get to understand, like, yeah, I want to feel valuable. How am I prostituting myself? And not that I'm denouncing prostitutes like there's something bad with them. It's just an archetype that Carol Mize, who I met in person 5 years ago, it was amazing. I went to one of her things. She describes it, and it's just so interesting and intriguing to look at it, like, to think of it like, what am I giving up of who I am? What am I shutting down of myself and my truth for me? Because I need that thing. I need to feel that I matter. I need to feel worthy. I need to feel valuable. I need to feel indispensable. I need to feel whatever it is. What am I shutting down in me? What am I giving up? Am I being nice for that thing? You know, what parts of myself am I giving up? And what gift do I receive from that? How do I end up feeling valuable, worthy, that I matter? Just ask yourself. Does it come when somebody appreciates me? So this too came with another friend. I have a few wise friends, very, very intuitive people. And she gave me this concept, so I'm not going to take credit for something that isn't mine. She gave me the concept of the gift and the seduction. And I was like, this is so intriguing. So I sat with it for a few days now, and I'm like, yes. What do you want to hear so that you feel that you've received your value or your worth? When somebody appreciates you, are you like, oh, okay, now I feel valuable. Oh, I feel valuable. I've been appreciated. I've been admired. I feel special. I've been seen. I feel loved, right? Like, what have they given you so you can feel the thing? But what have you given up about yourself? Which means basically the shadow aspect of you. What part of you, okay, did you shut down? Are you not listening to? Are you not using your voice to speak to it? Because your voice is listening. You listen is so important. Listening to yourself, right? And being able to admit to yourself that, oh my God, I give up. I like, let's say you're a healer. I like will listen for hours on end to someone complain and be the victim because I want to feel valuable. Because when they appreciate me, I feel valuable. So I give up my time. I give up my energy. I feel depleted. I'm not available for myself because that droplet of feeling valuable is important. And so you give yourself, you can't even hear that you're like, oh, I don't have any worth. I don't feel value. I have no value to me. It's not, oh, that person doesn't value me. I don't value me. So that's the idea. Oh my God, this is so weird. Hi. There's like a fire truck that just came in this place, and so interesting. Everything has meaning. Nothing's done for no reason. So they're looking at the water for something. Anywho, going back, I hope this was helpful and insightful. It goes a lot deeper, of course. So much of it goes so much deeper, and everyone's an individual. So sometimes looking into your own stuff is of great value to you. And being honest with who you are about you is very important. Being honest to yourself. You don't have to walk around. Sometimes it's shameful to even sit with yourself. Like, I was writing the list, I'm like, I'm like, no, I've grown out of this, I've done this, and I started to realize that, you know what? I have to be free to voice these truths to me, because you're the only one that can have your own back and free yourself of this. It's beautiful to go share it with others and be like, you know what, I don't feel valued because blah, 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 which is great, which I love doing because, it makes you feel you're standing in your truth, and it takes a lot of courage, but it also takes a lot of courage to be able to do that for yourself, with yourself, which usually makes you feel really bad about who you are, and you feel like you've got a lot of work done, but that is all the work. There's nothing else to be done once you bring it to the light. It's like you want to bring your shadow to the light to you. And a great way is my book, Discover the Gifts of Your Disempowered Self. That's a great way. I'm just like really curious what they're doing. That's a great way to bring more of yourself into the light for you. At the end of the day, it's between you and you. You're sitting with you. You are sitting with you. And it's all about you with you and who you are with yourself. So I hope this was insightful and helpful. I love you deeply and dearly. Take care of yourselves. I'm open to have I have a small window of one-on-one sessions. I could take a few more people in. I have some people on the waiting list. I have a few more people that I'm finishing off from the waiting list. So there's availability now. If you're you want to dive in deeper, you want to have a paradigm shift and feel more free and bring more light into your inner world, right? Which then you will start to envision the world differently. Your perception of life starts to shift when you see the truth of who you are, and you can use your voice with yourself. Anyway, love you all so much. Take care of yourselves. I wish you a beautiful day. And just go into the description for anything that you want to look into. I have my beautiful book, Discover the Gifts of Your Disempowered Self. It's really very powerful. It goes deeply into all this in a fun, easy way. So easy that it's quite profound. Love you so much.